Making English easy for everyone.
Speak English with Jay and May.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back to Speak English with Jay and May, your cozy little place to build your English confidence. I'm May.
Hello, May, and hello, everyone. I'm Jay. How are you today, May?
I'm good. Actually, really good, because last night I slept for like 9 hours. That almost never happens.
9 hours? Wow, May, that's a dream. I only got like 5 hours. I was up late watching videos.
5 hours, Jay? That's not enough. You need real sleep, especially if you're trying to learn something.
Actually, that reminds me of something. My friend told me a crazy idea last week. He said, Jay, just play English audio while you sleep, and your brain will learn it automatically. Is that even true?
Oh, I love this question. So many people ask me this. Today, we're actually going to talk about exactly that. Can you really learn English while you're sleeping?
Yes, I've been so curious about this. Like, imagine, you just put on your headphones, close your eyes, and boom, you wake up speaking perfect English.
I mean, that sounds amazing, right? No studying, no effort, just sleep your way to fluency.
Exactly. So is it real, May? Can our brain actually learn new words while we're unconscious?
Well, that's the big question. And honestly, the answer is a little more interesting than a simple yes or no. But before we dive deep into this, Jay, do the honors real quick.
Oh, right. Hey, everyone, quick reminder. If this podcast is helping you even a little bit, please hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and turn on your notifications. It really helps us keep making these episodes for you.
And remember, we post a new episode every single day, not just once a week.
Every day, yes, so you never run out of things to listen to.
Okay, now let's get into it.
May, tell me, where did this whole idea even come from? Like, who started this sleep learning thing?
Okay, so this idea is actually really old. Back in the 1950s and 60s in the US and Europe, there were companies selling these little machines, like tape recorders you put under your pillow.
Under the pillow? What did they say it could do?
The ad would say something like, "Learn French while you sleep," and people believed it.
Wait, seriously? People actually bought that?
Oh yes, thousands of people. They thought if you just play a language lesson on repeat all night, your brain would soak it up like a sponge soaking up water.
So did it actually work?
Well, here's the interesting part. Scientists actually tested this later, and the results were honestly pretty disappointing for people who wanted a magic shortcut.
Ah, really? So we can't just sleep our way to English fluency?
Not exactly, no. But wait, don't get sad yet. There's a twist in the story that I think you're going to love.
Ooh, a twist. Tell me.
Okay, so to understand this, we first need to talk about what actually happens in your brain when you sleep. You know how sleep isn't just like one long off switch, right?
Honestly, I always thought sleep was just sleep, like your brain just shuts down.
That's what most people think, but actually, your brain goes through different stages during the night. There's light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. That's the stage where you dream a lot.
You mean like my brain is actually doing work while I think it's resting?
Exactly, yes. And here's the thing. During deep sleep especially, your brain is busy doing something called memory consolidation.
Memory console what now? You mean like saving files on a computer?
That's actually a perfect way to think about it. Imagine your brain during the day is like a messy desk. You're throwing new information on it all the time. New words, new grammar, new conversations.
Right, and it gets messy fast, especially when I'm learning 10 new English words a day.
Exactly. So at night, while you sleep, your brain acts like a little office worker. It goes through that messy desk and it organizes things. It takes the important stuff and moves it into long-term storage, into your permanent memory.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So sleep is like cleaning up the mess.
Yes, and that's actually why students who sleep well after studying remember things better than students who pull an all-nighter and skip sleep completely.
Wait, so sleep helps you remember things you already studied, but that's different from learning brand new words while you're sleeping, right?
Yes, exactly, Jay. You just found the key difference. This is where things really change in our story.
Okay, I'm listening closely now.
So, scientists did another set of experiments, and this one is really cool. People learned some new vocabulary words before bed. Then, while they were in deep sleep, scientists quietly replayed sounds linked to those same words they had already learned earlier.
Wait, so not new words, just sounds connected to words they already studied.
Exactly. Very softly in the background. And guess what happened when these people woke up?
What? Tell me.
They actually remembered those specific words better than the words that weren't replayed during sleep.
Wait, so it did work?
Sort of, but here's the important part, the key detail. It only worked for words they had already learned while awake earlier that day. Sleep didn't teach them anything brand new. It just helped strengthen what was already there, like watering a plant that's already growing.
Oh, I see. So it's not like planting a new seed in the dark and hoping it grows by morning.
That's such a good way to put it, Jay. Exactly. You can't throw a random seed into soil at midnight and expect a full plant by sunrise. But if you already planted that seed earlier, watering it a little at night can help it grow stronger.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. So the brain during sleep is more like a helper, not a teacher.
Yes, I love that. Sleep is your helper, your assistant. It's not your teacher. Your teacher is you when you're awake, actually focusing, actually practicing.
Okay, but here's my next question. Why can't the sleeping brain just learn totally new stuff?
Good question. When you're awake learning something new, like a new English word, your brain needs full attention. You need to hear the word, connect it to a meaning, maybe connect it to a picture or a feeling, and actively think about it.
Right, like when I learned the word overwhelmed last week, I had to actually think about a time I felt that way to remember it.
Exactly. Perfect example. But when you're asleep, especially in deep sleep, your conscious brain, the part that focuses and makes connections, is basically offline. It's resting.
Oh, so it's like the office is closed. Nobody's there to file the new paperwork properly.
Yes, exactly like that. The office is closed for new business, but the night janitor is still there, quietly organizing what's already in the filing cabinets.
The night janitor. I love that. Okay, so basically, sleep alone can't make me fluent, but it can help me remember things I already worked on.
Exactly. And honestly, this is actually really good news, not bad news.
Wait, why is it good news? I kind of wanted the magic shortcut.
I know, we all want that magic shortcut. But it's good news because your effort is never wasted. Every word you study, every sentence you practice, your brain is quietly working on it while you sleep, making it stronger.
Oh, that's actually really encouraging. So even after I close my textbook and go to bed, my brain is still like secretly working for me?
Yes, your brain doesn't stop working just because your eyes are closed. To be honest, this is why I always tell my students, don't skip sleep the night before a big English test or interview.
Wait, really? Even more important than extra studying?
Honestly, in a lot of cases, yes. If you stay up until 3 a.m. cramming words, but you don't let your brain sleep and organize everything, a lot of that information just disappears by morning.
Oh no, I've done that so many times before exams.
We've all done it, Jay, but now you know why it doesn't work so well.
Okay, so let's talk practical stuff now. What should I actually do at night if I want my English to improve faster?
Okay, let's get real practical. First thing, review your new words right before bed. Not hours before, but close to bedtime. Maybe 15 or 20 minutes before you sleep.
Why does timing matter?
Because whatever's fresh in your mind right before sleep gets prioritized for that night janitor cleanup process we talked about.
Oh, so if I review vocabulary right before closing my eyes, my brain focuses on organizing exactly that.
Exactly. It's like handing the janitor a small, clear task instead of leaving him with a giant pile of random papers.
Got it. Okay, what's next?
Second thing, actually get enough sleep. 7 to 9 hours if you can. Because if you cut your sleep short, you're literally cutting off the process before it finishes.
Okay, that explains why I forget so many words when I only sleep 5 hours. The janitor didn't even finish his shift.
Exactly. Poor guy got fired early. Third thing, and this one surprises people, listening to English audio while you sleep isn't completely useless, but it's not for learning new words.
Wait, then what's it good for?
It may help with something called passive exposure, just getting your ears used to the rhythm and sounds of English. But to be clear, it doesn't teach you vocabulary or grammar.
Oh, so it's not totally useless, it's just not a vocabulary teacher.
Right. Think of it like background music at a restaurant. You're not studying the music, but you get used to the atmosphere.
That actually makes me feel a little better about my headphones habit.
See, it's not all bad. Okay, now let's imagine something together, Jay.
Ooh, okay, I'm ready. Imagine what?
Imagine two people, both want to improve their English. Person one studies for 30 minutes, then goes straight to bed with an English podcast playing all night, hoping to wake up fluent.
Okay, I'm imagining it. Sounds relaxing at least.
Person two studies for 30 minutes too, but right before bed, they quickly review the exact words and sentences they just learned, then turn everything off and sleep peacefully for 8 hours.
Okay, so who wins?
Based on everything we just talked about, who do you think remembers more the next morning?
I'm guessing person 2, because their brain had a clear, specific thing to organize instead of just random noise all night?
Yes, exactly right, Jay. Person two wins almost every time, not because they worked harder, but because they worked smarter, and they respected how their brain actually works.
Wow, okay, that's honestly a big lesson. I think a lot of us have been doing the sleep with headphones on thing, hoping for magic.
It's such a common habit, and I get why. It feels productive, right? Like you're doing something while resting.
Exactly, it feels like a hack.
But real fluency comes from that combination, focused effort while you're awake, and then quality sleep to lock it all in. They work as a team, not as separate tricks.
Okay, I'm actually going to change my nighttime routine starting tonight. No more random English videos playing while I fall asleep. Instead, quick review, then real sleep.
I love that, Jay. Small change, big difference over time.
You know, this whole episode kind of changed how I think about learning in general. It's not about finding a shortcut. It's about understanding how your brain actually works and working with it.
Working with it, yes, that's exactly the mindset. Your brain is not lazy. It's actually working hard for you every single night. You just need to give it the right material to work with.
Okay, before we wrap up, can we do a quick recap for everyone?
Yes, good idea. Number one, you cannot learn brand new English words purely from sleep. Your conscious brain needs to be involved first.
Number 2, sleep helps strengthen and organize what you already learned, kind of like a nighttime cleanup crew.
Number 3, review your vocabulary close to bedtime for the best results.
And number 4, protect your sleep, 7 to 9 hours, because that's when the real magic of memory happens.
That's such a clear breakdown, Jay. Honestly, every time we research these topics, I learn something new too.
Okay, everyone, so now we want to hear from you. What's your nighttime routine like? Do you review English before bed, or do you play audio while you sleep, hoping for magic?
Yes, tell us in the comments below. We're really curious what habits you have, and maybe after today's episode, you'll want to try something new tonight.
We read every comment, so don't be shy. Share your story with us.
All right, English learners, that's it for today's episode. Remember, your brain is working hard for you even while you sleep, so make sure you're giving it the right things to work with.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow with a brand new episode.
Sleep well and keep building that English confidence, one word at a time.
Bye, everyone. Take care.